Hello class, my name's Nate and I'm just getting ready for class today. Hope that we'll be able to have a wonderful discussion. I'm sure that we will. Today we'll be talking about successful people who didn't have a chance to have a big boost in their careers with education. So these are people who are self-motivated, people who worked hard and just used their ingenuity to move forward and become famous. I'm from Nevada in the United States, and I'm happy to be here with you today. I hope to meet some new students, but also looking forward to have some of my regular students join. We'll wait just a minute here as class gets ready to begin. I'd like to encourage everybody to please take advantage of our document that we'll be using in class. It has a series of pictures and some text that we'll be reading. Hello Esteban, how are you today? I see you asking if I'm near Las Vegas. No, actually I'm not near Las Vegas. I'm in a car probably about 7 hours away from Las Vegas. I live north of Las Vegas, so I think it's common. A lot of people hear Nevada and think Las Vegas, but I'm not from Las Vegas. You're working in Las Vegas, Esteban? Welcome to class, everybody. I'm happy to have you joining in. My name's Nate. I'm from Nevada, and today we're going to be doing some reading and discussion about some really interesting people. Oh, okay, Esteban, you're in Argentina. Fantastic. I've lived in Argentina before. Hi, Fabio. How are you today?
What's up?
Not much.
That's good. What are you doing today?
The truth is, I'm just starting my day. It's 6 a.m. here, and just doing a little bit of verbling before I go to work. It's 6 a.m. here. Yeah.
For me, it's the second day I'm verbal.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Fantastic. Before we start class, I'd like to encourage everybody to please make sure you have headphones. This will eliminate any echoing for the class. And also, if we could mute our microphones when we're not speaking, that'll help to keep the background noise to a minimum. And that way everybody can have a positive experience. Hello, Hitch. I see you there in the chat. Nice to see you again. It's good to see you again, Iris. How are you today?
Hi. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Today in class we're going to be using a document, so I'll put a link up there as people are still joining class, and you can go ahead and download it and have it available, so when it's time for us to begin class, you have all the materials.
Can you put it in the chat?
Yeah, I put it in the Verbling chat, the link. Okay, and we'll use that in just a little bit. Today we're going to be talking about people who didn't have the opportunity to have a formal education, but they were still successful anyway. And there's some very interesting stories. We'll talk about the people, the things they did in their life, and I think it'll be a fun class.
For example, how the famous actors was poor and now are so famous.
Right, and people who didn't, sometimes people go to a school, they'll go and they'll study a lot. These are going to be people who did not have the opportunity to study a lot, but they still just use their own personal skills to become very successful. Well, I think we've got the class full, so why don't we begin? I'll let you begin, Fabio. Why don't you introduce yourself to the class? Please tell the class your name, where you're from, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. Okay, I'm Fabio. I'm 19 years old. I came from Italy, and I just wanna learn English to go anywhere, especially in United States or United Kingdom.
Fantastic.
So that's all.
It's great to meet you. I have to say, I have a daughter who is fascinated with Italy. She'd be jealous that you're in my class right now.
Okay.
It's nice
How
to
old
meet you.
is
I'll tell her. Excuse me?
How old is the hair?
Oh, she's 18. She doesn't live with me right now. She's gone away to the university. She's studying international relations. Well, thank you for joining class. Iris, how are you doing today?
Okay.
I'm great, thank you.
Fantastic. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the class, please.
My name is Iris. I'm from Taiwan, and I love to study English. So nice to meet you all.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here again, Iris. John, welcome to class.
Hello, my name is John. It's a nickname. I'm from Indonesia. And I learned English because I'm part of the Model United Nations at school.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Well, we're happy to have you joining us. That's wonderful. Thanks, Hitch, for saying I have a great accent. I was born with it, I guess. I'm reading in the chat. John, it's nice to have you meeting us. Thank you. Long.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi. Hello. Yeah. This is my name is Long from China. Okay. I'm learning English now.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining class. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem. Thank you. It's nice to see you, Roz. I see you in the chat there. It's good to see you. Maja, welcome back. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the class, please.
Okay. My name is Maha. I'm from Saudi Arabia.
Thank you very much. And welcome back. I've had the pleasure of having Maja in class before. Glad to see you. I'll take my turn again. My name is Nate. I'm from Nevada in the United States. My first job is I'm a Spanish teacher, and I teach high school kids, so kids that are 14 to 18 years old. And I really enjoy languages, and I'm happy to be a verbaling teacher. I love this job. Sergio, it's your turn.
Hello, I'm Sergio from Brazil, and I like languages. I'm studying German and English.
Oh, fantastic. 2 at once, huh? That's great. Thank you for joining us. And Trentingo, did I say your name correctly? Trentingo, are you there?
Hello. Can
Hello.
you hear me? Yeah, because
Yes.
I have no microphone, so can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm from Vietnam, but now I'm living in Facebook, Austria.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, now I want to improve my English because there are many foreigners here, but I can't speak English well.
¿Estoy dentro o no estoy?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining class. How was my pronunciation of your name? Did I do okay?
Yeah.
Ah, ok. No, entonces me voy de acá.
All right, fantastic. And Alejandra, welcome back. It's nice to see you in class again.
Nice to see you too.
Do you want to
Hello.
introduce yourself really quickly to the class?
Of course. I am Alejandra. I'm from Venezuela, but I'm living in San Francisco at the moment. I never study English, not in an official way, but here I am.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. for joining again. We're happy to have everyone in class. I'd just like to remind everybody to please mute your microphones when you're not going to be speaking. That'll help. Sometimes, you know, if you're moving around or something, the microphone clicks and stuff. I think, to tell you the truth, Fabio, I think your microphone keeps hitting on something and it's making a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of noise. So if we could mute that. Fantastic. Thank you. Well, like I mentioned before, today we're going to talk about people who were successful, but they got their success just from ingenuity and their own personal work ethic. They didn't necessarily have the opportunities of education to help them get there. What do you think about education? What does education mean to you? What are some different forms of education?
I think that is fundamental to have a good education, because it improves to the future of a person. So a person who hasn't got a good education in the future won't be a good person.
Okay, well, they might be a good person, just maybe they won't have the same opportunities. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean that.
Okay. Anybody else? What is an education? What are different types of education?
Maybe education like when we were born, I think everybody like a blank paper, nothing on it. But when you get educated, maybe you can have some idea or got something writing on your memory, so you can do something important.
I like that analogy. When we're born, we're like a blank paper, and education helps us to fill that. Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
That's right.
Very nice.
Another kind of education will be the drugs or alcohol education. So you know to use them.
Okay, so you're saying there could be education of knowledge, but there's also important education that we can learn just to help us live a good life.
Yeah.
Okay. I see in the chat, Ross has written moral values. Teaching moral values is education. That's very good. Very good. Can you think of other ways people learn? Other types of education?
The one that isn't meant to be education.
What do you mean by that?
Experience.
Experience. Wonderful. Do you have an example you'd like to share? What's one thing that that people learn from experience?
I have no example.
Okay. Can anyone else think of something that you've learned from experience, or that someone else that may have learned from experience?
Being poor is an experience, because if you in the future will be so rich, you'll remember that you was poor, like a simple person.
Very
good. That's a great example.
I think another example is when you work in when you have a job, you work in company or workplace, and you will get experience from actual life, from other colleges or.
Excellent. That's wonderful. Go ahead.
I would say, basically, education we're talking about here maybe is like a system educated from the university or some higher education institutions.
Okay.
But widely, basically, we are learning new things every day, because the world is developing every day, new knowledge is every day. Just if we want to know specific knowledge or something, maybe you need to go to the university or somewhere.
Okay. Excellent. That's wonderful. What a great thought. Maha, what's something you've learned recently? I see your friends encouraging you on the side. What's something you've learned recently, Maha?
Uh, I don't know. Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes, and I'll type it for you too. What is something you have learned recently?
I learn. Yeah, it is about the subject in university.
Okay.
Yes,
Go ahead.
communication skills and math.
Okay. Mathematics and communication skills. Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. Appreciate that.
I've learned to produce electronic music.
Oh, really? Are you a DJ?
Yeah, I'm a producer.
Oh, nice. Sometime you'll have to give us a link so we can listen to some of your music or something.
Okay, why not? Enough.
Yeah, not now, right now, but... Well, let's open up our document. I'll put the link on there one more time. And I'd like everybody to go to slide number 2.
I've opened.
Okay. It's a picture of a gentleman there. He's sitting in a chair. He's looking out. His name is John D. Rockefeller. Has anybody ever heard of John D. Rockefeller?
Not yet.
Yeah, I've listened to it.
Okay.
Is that like oil or like some?
Okay. Very good. Some people believe if you were to take inflation into account and the different value of currencies today, some people believe that John D. Rockefeller was the richest man in history. So he was a very, very wealthy man. And we're going to learn about how he earned his fortune, okay? And who was it who talked about oil? Who was that?
Me.
Okay, yes, you're right, Long. His fortune was related to oil, okay? Let's go ahead and go to slide number 3 now. And this will give us some reading to do. There are two paragraphs we can read. And what we'll do is we'll read through this, and then if there are any words that you would like to learn, we'll go ahead and discuss the words that might not be familiar with you.
Okay.
Familiar to you, excuse me. Who would like to read first? I need 2 volunteers for this slide.
I.
Okay. And one more, please.
Hi.
Okay. Let's have Fabio. Will you read the first paragraph and Long the second one?
Okay.
Fantastic.
So,
thank you.
before becoming possibly the richest man in history, taking inflation into account, John Rockefeller was the lowly son of Dougie, an artist and high school student in suburban Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah. Although he had some education, by the time he has 16, Rockefeller decided it was time to shift school and begin a career, with the goal of earning 100,000 in his lifetime.
Wonderful. Thank you. Go ahead, Long.
Okay. It's pretty safe to say that he accomplished that mission, and then some. Rockefeller made his mark in the oil industry, starting Standard Oil and ultimately creating a monopoly on the entire industry. By 1902, Rockefeller was worth $200 million, and before his days, he would amass a fortune of more than $1 billion, and high school was supposed to be important.
Wonderful. Great reading. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at some of the words that we read in here and see if there are any that you would like to learn. Put down as vocabulary we're learning today.
Yeah, I have just one.
Okay.
So, doggy, what is
Dodgy. Okay.
dodgy?
Would you go ahead and type the word for the class in the Verbling chat?
Yeah. Just a moment.
Okay. Okay. Dodgy is a word. The truth is, it's not as common, but it means kind of like somebody who's shady. Maybe they're not always honest. They manipulate people, things like that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So being like a fox.
Yeah, in a way, being somebody who's not totally honest or upright.
So not being honest.
Yeah, so what this sentence is saying is that Mr. Rockefeller, his father was a con artist, which means he would steal from people. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Any other words we'd like to learn?
Con.
Con?
Yeah, what is?
A con, if you con somebody, if you say, oh, that guy conned me, that means they tricked you. And usually they trick you for money. And so a con artist is someone who has talent to trick people and take money from them. Okay.
So they used him.
Yeah, they use people. Sometimes they'll say things like, "Oh, I have this business. You should join me. I'm gonna, help you make money. Just give me a little money and we'll get it started." And then.
Okay, I understand.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Are there any other words that anyone in the class would like to talk about?
Amass.
Okay. Amass. Go ahead and write it in the Verbling chat for the class, please, so we all know where we're at. Okay. If you're going to amass something, that means you get something together. So we could say, I'm going to amass a huge fortune. I'm going to get together a huge fortune.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you give me some example about amass?
Yeah. Let's see here. When the basketball team shoots well, they amass a lot of points. Or the businessman wants to amass a lot of money in his bank account.
So to put a lot of money in his bank account.
Yeah, put together, gather together is to amass.
Nate, please. Nate.
Yes.
This word amass, can we use it as a verb and a noun as well?
No, it's used as a verb. Yes. Amass is a verb.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, no, not a problem. That's a great question.
And amass only used for money and what? And can I use amass for another thing?
In a sporting event, you could use it to talk about many points together. You could say, it is my goal in life to amass many friends, many good friends.
Yeah. Amass many friends. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So just put together. That's a great word to learn. Thank you. Why don't we take Yi? I'm looking in the chat. Yes, your sentence. Joe amassed many points in the competition. That's very good. Okay. Let's go. One more word from this.
And monopoly. What does it mean?
Okay. A monopoly. Please go ahead and. Okay, we got that typed in there. Thank you, Iris. Monopoly is when there's one industry and one company controls everything in that industry, and so it eliminates competition. Trying to think of an example here. In the United States, the truth is forming a monopoly is illegal, and if if it seems like one company becomes too powerful, then the government will form an antitrust, or they'll make it break apart into smaller companies.
Oh, okay.
Okay, does that make sense to you?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Let's go ahead and look at another rich person, or another person who was famous, or who had a lot of success. I really like slide number 6. Why don't we go to slide number 6?
Number 6.
Yeah.
John
we
Glenn.
skipped Horace Greeley.
Yeah, I skip around. That's just my style.
Okay.
That's okay.
John Glenn.
John Glenn. Who's heard of John Glenn before?
Actually,
Looking at his picture, what do you think he's doing there?
He's going to
Astronaut.
go to the moon.
Okay, he might be going to the moon. Yeah, going to space. He was an astronaut. He was an American astronaut. Okay, and we're gonna learn that he actually. Sometimes when you think about astronauts today, they're scientists. They've studied a long time. They know, about electronics or mechanics to fix the spaceship, or scientists to do experiments, things like that. Let's read about him, though. He didn't have a very complete education compared to the astronauts today. Let's go to number 7. Do we have a new reader? Someone who'd like to read?
can I read?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Who said that first? Was that Iris?
Me is 1. 10.
Okay. Go right ahead.
Yeah. During the 10th place grades of the 1950s and 1960s.
May I interrupt, please?
Yeah.
In English, we will just say 1950s and 1960s.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine, no problem.
In 1960s, one man emerged at the face of the American attempt to beat the Soviets into space and ultimately to the moon. That man was John Glenn. He became a war hero and one of the most famous astronauts in history. Despite being a college dropout, Glenn attended Moose Kingdom College, where he studied science. But when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, he dropped out in order to fight in World War II.
Very great. Very good reading. Thank you. Any words there that you'd like to talk about?
Attempt. Can you tell
Attend?
me what it means?
Yeah, go ahead and type it for the class, please. Attend.
Okay. Attempt.
Oh, attempt. Okay. An attempt is an effort. Now, this word is tricky. It can be used as a noun or a verb. Excuse me. You could say, for example, I am going to attempt to win the race. And in this sentence, it's used as a verb. I can also use it as a noun.
Oh, okay. I understand what you mean.
I'm typing another sentence. The athlete's attempt was spectacular. In that way, it's used as a noun.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Wonderful. Any other questions?
Emerged.
Okay, emerged. Please type that for us, John. Wonderful. Emerged. When something emerges, it means it comes to life. It becomes apparent. It comes out.
Mouth.
Yeah, to come out is a good definition of that.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for the question. That was a great one.
And pop out.
Go ahead and type it in for us, please.
Drop out.
Drop out, okay. If someone drops out, it means they're enrolled or they're participating in something, and then they quit. And so a dropout is the person who does that. So if I were in school, for example, and then I decided, you know what, I don't want to go to school anymore, this is ridiculous, and I quit going to school, they would say, Nate, you're a dropout. You quit.
Steve Jobs. Quit deleting them.
I see.
Let's go ahead and pick one more word from there. I need to write these down. What am I doing? I'm a dropout. Wow. So, any others? Okay, cool. No problem. Let's go to a more modern, very recent person, somebody who's very famous.
Yeah, can I read it, please? I'm a fan of Apple. I love it.
Well, I appreciate that, Fabio. Let's see if anybody else wants a turn, though, because you did read once.
Okay.
Would anybody
I
else?
would like to read me.
Okay. Go ahead, John.
There have been many great thinkers of the late 20th and early 21st centuries, and some of them have done incredible things without ever having finished college. Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg spring to mind, but perhaps the most influential technological mind of the past century has been Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Should we let Fabio read the second paragraph, our Apple fan?
Okay.
All right, go
Jobs,
ahead.
Jobs and Steve Wozniak created the first successful personal computers, and over the years helped to introduce numerous revolutionary products such as the iPod, iPhone, and iPad. And Jobs did this after attending college for only 6 months. Incidentally, Jobs was adopted, and the stipulation set forth by his birth mother only agreed to give him up to Paul and Clara Jobs when they agreed that they would make sure to attend college. Well, mission partly accomplished.
Isn't that incredible?
I've read the biography by Isaac. I don't remember the surname.
Oh, okay. So you've read his biography. Do you think this is accurate information?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
What do you think about this guy? How many people have an Apple product they like to use?
I like the Apple product.
You like Apple products? What's your favorite Apple product?
I like the mobile phone because so great. Has so many functions.
You have an iPhone?
Yeah.
You're lucky. I wish I had one. Anybody else have an Apple product they like?
Yes, I have.
Okay, Marcia, what do you have? Marcia.
Yes, Marcia. I have iPad and I have iPhone. I change my phone each year. I love the Apple products. It's a problem because I love this experience because everything works very well. I don't have problems.
They're so fun, aren't they? I have to admit, right now I'm using an iPad in class. Yeah, everybody's got one.
But I'm
Steve
from
Jobs
Brazil.
changed the world.
Yes, change the world. But I'm from Brazil, and Brazil we don't have iPhone 5 now.
Oh,
we
you
have
don't?
only now. Yes. I'm
You
waiting
have
for
there
mine.
in Apple Store. Have
Yeah,
there
I
in
don't.
Apple Store.
Yes, we have one Apple Store. It's new. This Apple Store opened 1 month ago, I think.
Huh.
And
Fantastic products. I agree. To tell you the truth, my
Nate,
dad. Yes.
it's my first time here in Berlin.
Well, my friend, you are doing fantastic, Marcia. We're happy to have you here. Feel free to contribute whenever you want.
I wanna get a MacBook Pro and an iPhone.
Okay. I know there are some people who really like Apple products. I personally, I have to say my opinion. I like Android things, and Google products. I have this.
We are ready for the war of Apple versus Samsung.
Yeah.
Or iOS versus Android.
Yeah, it's quite a competition, isn't it? I enjoy my iPad. To tell you the truth, my father, he likes to keep in touch with me and my brothers and sisters, and so he bought them so he could FaceTime with everybody. But I use it for other things too. It's fun. It is fun, no doubt about that. Well, let's look at vocabulary from this discussion about Steve Jobs. What are some words that maybe were a little bit tricky here?
Thinkers.
Okay. Thinkers. Okay. It says, there have been many great thinkers. What does it mean to think?
So ideas, probably.
Okay. To think is, to have thought, to use your mind to create things. And so a thinker is somebody who is famous for using their mind.
Ah, yeah. So the motion was the think different. Yeah, I remember.
Okay. Any other words you'd like to talk about? Anyone in class?
Bring to mind.
Bring to mind? Could you type that, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is in the fourth line.
Oh, spring to mind. Okay. Yeah, if something is going to spring to your mind, it just comes in. It's just like a flash of an idea. You say, oh, you know what springs to mind? The time we went to the park, to spring to mind means have an idea just flash into your mind.
I have an idea flash to mind. Okay.
Okay, have an idea spring to mind, yes.
Do you mean remember, to remember?
It can be remembering, yes.
Stipulation.
Stipulation, okay, that's a great word.
For example, to stipulate a contract.
A stipulation, we're talking at the bottom where it was talking about his adoption. And he was adopted, and the mother said, Mr. and Mrs. Jobs, you can adopt Steve with this one stipulation, this one agreement, or this one, you agreed to do one thing. A stipulation is one requirement. Does that make sense to you, John?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. What else? Let's go one more. No other words on there that we need to talk about? Okay. Let's go down then to slide number 14.
Lots of skips.
Yes, I know. I just do that. You know, when I prepare these, I think I'd rather have too much information than not enough, and so I skip around.
We're gonna do William Shakespeare.
Yeah, I think William Shakespeare is very famous, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah,
Romeo and Juliet, so it's
right.
drama.
Yeah,
It's
he wrote
tragedy.
Romeo and Juliet. What are some other things he
It's
wrote?
Midsummer's Night Dream.
Very good. Very good. Anything else? Like,
A Winter's Tale.
yeah, how about Macbeth? Things like that. He's famous anyway for writing a lot of things. But let's see how much education he had. Now, his books are in many, many schools all across the world. But we'll see how much he was actually in school. So let's take a look. Do I have some new readers who would like to take a chance? Take a try at
I'd
reading.
like you read.
Okay. Marcia and anyone else? Maja, would you like to read?
Me too.
Okay.
Okay, so for this one, we'll go Marcia, first paragraph, and Maja, second paragraph.
Okay. Now, one of the most famous names in history, William Shakespeare, produced some of the best-loved works the world has ever known, from Romeo and Juliet to Macbeth. But not much is known about Shakespeare's early life. In fact, there are not even any records that suggest he ever received much by way of a formal education.
Okay, go ahead, Maja. Are you there, Maja?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay. First word, how can I say it?
Scholars.
Scholars have suggested that he may have attended the King's New School, but they also believe, based on some of his writings, that he didn't attend school past in the age of 13. It is pretty astonishing that a man created with inventing more than 1,700 words was by all accounts and a middle school dropout.
Fantastic. Great reading, both of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
So this is incredible. People say that Shakespeare invented or created 1,700 new words. But how much education did he have?
A little education. Just a
little bit. Just a little bit. How old was he when he stopped going to school?
13 years?
Yeah, that's
13.
young. That's very young.
Very young.
Yeah. Are there any words in there you'd like to talk about?
Yes, astonish.
Okay, astonished?
Astonish.
Astonishing, okay. This one? Like this?
Astonishing. Yes, it is.
Okay. It says, it's pretty astonishing. That's like saying, it's pretty incredible, or it's pretty amazing.
Okay, okay.
Okay?
Okay. This is a bad example for my kids.
Don't tell them. Don't tell your
Yes,
kids.
never told me.
Keep this one a secret. Don't tell them.
Our secrets. Between
Yeah,
us.
right. I can totally understand. Yeah, you don't want to tell the kids about this one. Anyone else have a word they'd like to learn in this this text? Okay, well, let's do one more then before we review the vocabulary we've learned today. You've all done such a fantastic job. I just want to compliment you all on your reading and the way that you have contributed to class. And here's one more opportunity, and I'm going to jump again down to number 20. Marcia, this is another bad example for your kids. Okay?
Yes, it is terrible. The most fantastic for me, it's my brother, my father-in-law, the father of my husband.
Yeah, father-in-law.
Okay, father-in-law. Yes, my father's-in-law father was mechanical engineering and studied with Einstein. Einstein was his teacher. It's okay?
Really? Einstein. Okay, so let me think here. Your father-in-law.
Yes,
his father.
No. My father of my father-in-law.
The father of your father-in-law.
Yes, was a student, was a Einstein student.
That is incredible.
Yes,
Wow.
and his classroom was very boring because the students didn't understand nothing.
That's crazy.
Yes,
that's
very
so
crazy.
incredible. What a great story. Thank you for sharing that. Let's see. It looks like we're going to have the opportunity to give 2 more people a chance to read. Who would like to take this last chance? Somebody who hasn't read yet. Let's be brave.
Ahmed,
can I help this?
It's a $1 million chance.
Ahmad would like to, and one more person.
Can I have one?
Was that Michelle?
Michele, yes.
Mikhail, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. We'll have
Ahmed.
Ahmad, you'll do the first paragraph, and Mikhail, the second one. Where are you from, Mikhail?
I'm from Italy.
Another Italian. My daughter is going to be jealous. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Let's read these.
Yes, the man whose name now equates to genius, who published more than 300 scientific papers. The man behind E equal MC2. Is it right or not?
Yeah, it said E equals MC squared.
MC squared, okay. The man who came up with the theory of relativity and the man who won a Nobel Prize was in fact a high school dropout. He attempted to get into university but initially failed the entrance exams.
Very good, thank you. And Mika, let's continue.
Yes. Einstein eventually made it into college and earned a degree, of course, because men of his staggering intellect always find a way in the end. But the simple fact of the matter is that the greatest mind of the 20th century was in fact a high school dropout.
Okay, fantastic. Great reading, thank you. So how much school did Albert Einstein have initially, at first?
Again, please?
Can you repeat it, please?
Yes. How did Einstein do in high school?
Not good.
He was a dropout. He quit. Yeah. But he was so intelligent that he continued on later, of course. But that's fantastic. What a fantastic story.
I think that he didn't want to drop out for his math mistake, I think so.
Could be. You know, something I thought of too. Maybe he just got bored. You know, because I would guess he was more advanced than a lot of the other students, and so maybe he got bored. I don't know.
Sorry?
Maybe he was more advanced than the other students, yes. And so he was bored.
Sorry, I have a bad lag in my headphone.
Oh, okay. No problem. Are there any words there that you would like to...
Staggering.
Staggering. Okay.
Staggering.
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 Yeah. Do you know what it? Let's see. It says because men of his staggering intellect. Oh, that's so hard. That is hard to describe. Let me think here. Staggering. If something is staggering, it is so incredible, so huge. We could say the invention of electricity had a staggering change in modern society, or the use of computers has made staggering improvements in science.
I think you understand. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, is staggering synonymous of tremendous?
Yes, it could be a synonym of tremendous. That's a great way to look at it. Wonderful.
Thanks.
Any other words?
No, I'm so sad because the time is finishing.
I know. But we still have 10 minutes. Don't be sad.
So tomorrow you'll have lessons tomorrow.
I'd have to look at my calendar. I know in the past I used to do my classes at night, but this week I thought I'd try to go in the morning so I could meet some new people. No, it looks like tomorrow morning I do not, but Thursday morning and Friday morning I'll be here at the same time.
Morning, so like today.
Yeah, it'd be the same time as today, except not tomorrow, but Thursday and Friday.
Because here in Italy it's the 3 p.m.
Yeah, so 3 p.m. for you, 6 a.m. for me.
Okay, that's pretty good in the United States, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I do this before I go to work in the morning, so it's fine.
Can I know your time?
Yes, right now it is 6:51 a.m.
6:50. Oh, it's early.
Very early.
Wow.
That's okay.
Have you had your breakfast?
So you work up early.
Yes, I
Why
do.
you are awake?
Why not? No, this isn't related to the class, but I'll just tell you, I think it's good for us to have good relations too. I teach high school, and at the high school I also am a coach. I coach basketball and I coach soccer. And so in the evening a lot of times I have competitions that I go to, and so this is my free time.
Okay. In Brazil it's lunchtime.
Yes. I know, Marcia. I have a friend actually in Brazil. She was a foreign exchange student, and she used to live with us. And right now, she's actually planning to come visit in first week of April.
Ah, great.
Yeah. So whenever I try to communicate with her, she's always telling me the time.
Okay. Yeah.
She lives in Sao Paulo.
Yeah. No, I'm living in Rio de Janeiro.
Wonderful.
Nate, I have a question.
Okay.
Can you tell us something like about the United States lifestyle?
What would you like to know, I guess?
The school system or the nightlife, I don't know. So going out with friends, how they do that, what they do that.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I have a copy of the vocabulary we learned today, and I will use some topics from American lifestyle to help us review our vocabulary. Does that sound like a deal?
Okay.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll say a sentence and I'll go like this. That means there's a blank, and I want you to try to remember the word that we learned today, okay? Okay. In America, a lot of the parents think education is important, but unfortunately, there are a lot of kids who want to
quit.
Drop out.
Drop out. Very good. Go ahead and type that in. Drop out. Very good. Okay, here's another good sentence. When I tell my Verbling students that I'm from Nevada, for a lot of them, the city Las Vegas blank. The city Las Vegas
Near.
Think? Oh.
Spring to mind.
springs to mind. Springs to mind. Yes. Very good. Okay, here's a sad one. You asked for information about America. Here's a sad one. Many people think that in America there is lots of opportunity, but the truth is the national debt is
astonishing.
Okay, or yeah, it's true.
Yeah, astonishing, yes.
I was thinking staggering. Staggering. It's crazy, okay?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Uncle Nate.
No, you're fine.
Someone can type the name, but sorry, the word, because I cannot see the link. I couldn't see the link in the all the class, so.
There's the link for you. This
No, but
for those of you that
you don't understand. I click there, but Google don't let me.
Okay.
Yes.
There's your word, staggering.
She needs DK to enter there.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you right now, if anybody has not met Brenda yet, she is one of the nicest students on Berkeley.
Your niece?
Thank you.
I'm
a ninja and he's our uncle. It's a joke. It's an inside joke that we have because he's our teacher in the. Okay, for me it's in the night when he teach, but right now it's the morning. I have the same time that in Brazil, so it's the day now. So it's a huge surprise to see Uncle Nate here. But
yeah,
it's a surprise.
This week, Brenda, I'm going to be on in the mornings because I switched my schedule for the morning. So it's nice to see you. It's nice to see a familiar face. I mean, our new students are wonderful too, but I was surprised to see you come on. Let me do one more sentence here. When you're doing business in America, Fabio, you have to be careful because there are a lot of blank businessmen.
Nasty.
Stipulation.
What was the book? Dodgy, yes.
Dodgy.
Those dodgy businessmen. You can't trust them. You never know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, what a great class. You guys have participated so well, and you've done such a great job. I'd just like to encourage you all to continue studying. I just put a link to my Verbling Facebook account, and I would love to have you follow the information there. I always announce when my next classes are going to be, and just want to encourage you to keep studying. Practice is the most important thing when learning a language, and you all have great attitudes, and I wish you the best of luck.
Do you have a personal Facebook account?
Yeah, go ahead and add the Verbling one, and then from there maybe you can find my other one. My name. This is my name. Or you can follow me on Twitter, I guess, if you'd like.
Okay, I just saved it in my notes.
Oh, look how nice Brenda. Thank you, Brenda, for that nice comment in the chat.
Thank you, Nate.
Yes, because that is the only way that we can support.
Well, thank you so much.
Teachers on Berlin.
I'm already with you, Nate. Thank you for the classroom.
No, thank you so much. You've all done a wonderful job, and I'm just going to finish up. We still have 2 minutes, and I just want to finish typing all the vocabulary. And I would invite you to write it down because you'll need to review this once or twice before it will stick in your mind. So we had dodgy. I didn't spell it right. Dodgy. There we go. Amass. Drop out. tempt,
Most
bring to mind, stipulation, astonishing,
I don't remember astonishing.
staggering. Astonishing meant like amazing, incredible.
That's great, awesome, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, like that was an astonishing event. It was an incredible event. Okay? So
Okay.
that will be it. For those of you who already are in the afternoon, I hope you have a nice evening. Brenda, I hope we're in the morning still. And Marcia, we're in the morning still, kind of. So I hope we have a great day. But I hope to see many of you again, not tomorrow, but on Thursday morning. Thank you so much for your time in class.
Bye bye.
Thank you
Thank
too,
you.
teacher. Have a nice day.
Goodbye. Thank you.